Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. It's Thursday, so welcome to the Food Enthusiast here on J More Living. I am Dara Bunjon. If you've not been on the show before, I am a writer, food stylist, PR maven, and a frustrated baker. Today's guest is the pie man himself, Rodney Henry of Dangerously Delicious Pies. From the back of a dive bar in Baltimore in 1999 to 2019's People's Magazine's Best Slice in Maryland, this former Marine rock and roller wowed the folks at the Food Network, coming in second in the next Food Network star doing his pie style. Rodney, what's pie styling today over there at Dangerously Delicious Pies?
Well, everything is because we're pie styling 24/7. So we're just we're baking pies for deliveries this week all over the state. So we're pretty busy, man. It's been pretty awesome.
You have the pie. Tell everybody about the Pie Valley. I did it like a little live video before. You delivered. You gifted me. Let's see if we can get it up here without tilting it. A key lime pie, which is like one of my favorites.
Awesome.
And I have been waiting until you came on so I can take a bite. I'm not sure people can see it. Here's the key lime, most refreshing and creamy and yummy. So tell everybody about your Pie Valet.
Well, Pie Valet started back in March. It's basically, we delivered to about 8 or 9 counties in Maryland. We delivered to D.C. and Northern Virginia.
Right.
We started it out just straight up out of desperation, man. We needed to figure out how to keep, make a living basically, and also get pies to people because everybody was stuck in their houses. So we were just like, we're baking for a farmer's market, and we were just like, hey man, let's start delivering pies. We need to see if we can do it. And so we just started doing it. Me and my son, actually, in the beginning, we would bake a ton of pies, and we take orders from all over the place, and we just drive around all day and then bake all night. It was crazy. And then it started becoming more, my buddy Pat Fisher became involved with me with the Pie Valet and with the whole new thing at the Hamden shop. And we started getting it more tight, like tightening up the website so you can order and see what's going on. And it's just been cool. It's been smooth. It's been helping to get ready for the HQ and test kitchen. So we're going to keep it.
So
it's all pretty wild stuff, and it's been working out pretty good.
Yeah, you're 810 36th Street, or as we say in Baltimore, the Avenue. Yeah. And that's headquarters.
Why is that the Avenue, by the way? I just want to know.
That's what the people who grew up in Hamden and what's the name? I should know the neighborhood above it. Sorry. My late husband lived up on Falls Road, and that's what they would say. Where are you going? They go, we're going down the Avenue, hon. Right. And, it used to be a movie theater, and it's where everybody went.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
So it's, like going down the ocean, they were going down the Avenue.
Totally.
So that's 810 West 36th Street, and you're going to be doing cooking classes for adults.
Yeah, we've been doing that. Yeah, we're doing that all September. Mondays.
Okay, tell me a little bit more. Somebody wants to take a class. What's a typical class going to be like?
Well, these classes are strictly pie style. They're going to be nothing but we're doing pies, sweet and savory pies, crust. We just do everything. We just show them. You pick a couple of pies, we hook it up. It's basically 6 people coming to the class. I have us, socially distanced in the room. Plus, we do some stuff outside too. I have a really big outdoor area. It's really rad. It's a really cool spot. Like when we had the kids classes, when we had the camp a couple weeks back, we did a lot of cooking on outside on the patio and around the side of the building. It was just it's cool. It's really a creative spot. So people that are hung up on doing pies, like everybody says, if they're good cooks, they're always like, well, I can't bake a pie. I'm like, to me, it's like the easiest thing in the world to do, and I love it because it's fun, it's personable. You usually bake a pie to give to somebody, and it's like really like part of your heart. So it's like it's fun to get into a class about, especially when it's adult classes, because sometimes things get a little bit loose and it's pretty fun. I have a good time doing it. It's like I wouldn't do it if I hated it.
Well, you love it. You love it. You've been doing it, what, since 1999? What was it, Friends
On the,
Bar over
yeah,
on
above,
Alisana Street?
yep, Allison.
So, yeah, yeah.
That was cool. Those are some
You
hot
have
times.
other, yeah. So basically, you just told me that they hand delivered your liquor license.
Yeah, yesterday.
So,
I can't
right.
believe it.
So,
This whole summer's been so freaking stressful, and all because just trying to figure out what's going down. What are we doing next? Like, I had this plan. All of a sudden, there was we could get a liquor license and do everything that pretty much I want to do. It's like we bake pies all day. At nighttime, we're able to have like 3 or 4 entrees, like a very specific menu, but it's super easy. People can come hang out, talk, sit down in a really nice environment, have a drink, and eat whatever we come up with.
well, I want to know
And now we
now
can.
that,
Now it's legit. I can't
yeah.
Now, like I said earlier, we have to just get it together. So it's like we've pretty much just been going from week to week, going back into the business, and everything's cool. Like today, we're gonna pick up furniture for the spot. So it's pretty exciting. You know, we're
Yeah,
picking
you
up some cool
said
stuff. I got a very specific idea in my head. You know how it's gonna be. I want it to be like a miniature version of Lukenbach, Texas, in Hamden. I don't know if that makes any sense. If you've ever been there, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just a really chill, awesome patio outside. Really neat place to hang out.
Can we expect some music from you?
Well, if I can't do it for me personally, for sure, but not at the spot, not yet. We gotta be cool for about a year. Then we go back to see if we get entertainment. But it's a perfect spot for it. I'm always rocking, so it's like I can't wait to get actually outside and play some shows again.
Well, actually,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're playing a show when?
Yeah, next. What's the 12th? The 12th outside. It's really killer. We're playing out by Pretty Boy Dam. There's like 4 other people playing. It starts at like 3:00. You'll be able to get to it through dangerouspies.com.
Right, and everybody.
It's totally pro gear. It looks fantastic. It sounds amazing. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Everybody, just before I forget, www.dangerouspies.com, Facebook, Dangerously Delicious Pies, Instagram, dangerous_pies. And you can find out all the events and things that they're doing and the current pies that they're offering for the week. I'm looking here. There's at least 20 choices of sweet. Then you have your savory pies on the other side. Plenty of those and quiche.
Right.
Where did the pies come from? Why pies?
Well, that's a funny story.
I'm ready to laugh. Go ahead.
My clearest recollection of pie was me and my sister were, I think I was like 6 or 7 years old, and we were in Seymour, Indiana. And my Aunt Lena, I'll never forget it. She was a little bit crazy, and we were staying with her for a couple of days. And she was like my great aunt. She might have been my great aunt. I can't remember. And I remember her. She was washing her face in the kitchen sink with like an SOS pad. She was hardcore, man. And she goes, why don't you kids get out of here? Go down to the street. She gave us 2 big quarters, like super shiny. I remember I want to say they were like, something about them, like they were heavy. There was something special about these coins. And she sent us down the street, and we walked in the door to this like diner. I'd never been in anything like it before. But small time, it was like little tiny windows, and it was like steel, like plated, like diamond plate doorway. And you open it up, and it was the most amazing thing in the world. And the first thing you saw was behind the woman who was the cash register, it was a pie case. Everything was sliced up, and it was like 2 shelves, refrigerated case with like these sliding windows on there, and had all these pies. And this lady who was like, she was fully dolled up, the whole outfit, the double knit polyester pocket sleeve, pins, Flo. I swear her name was Flo. If it wasn't, it should have been Flo. But she's like, can I help you? Can I help you, sweetie? And I was like, that's exactly what she's like. Can I help you, sweetie? And I was like, yeah. Me and my sister were just like, we're sitting on top of this. Like, we're at the bar. We're sitting on top of these like totally silver stools with green Naga hat on top of it. I'd never forget it. And we got an 8-ounce bottle of Coke, green bottle of Coca-Cola, and I had French apple pie, and my sister had lemon meringue because she was just like, it just looked cool, you know. And we had it. It was just like it was amazing, totally amazing for a quarter. We got change. It's a lot different these days. But
Look,
that was really cool.
I could really go back in prices. When I was a kid growing up, to get a Cotty and a Coke was 11 cents.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
that was going back. Let's talk a little bit about your experience on the Food Network. Obviously, it helped jettison you even further with what you were doing. I think you said, I'm going to give a quote, "I've always wanted to be an entertainer. It was everything I wanted it to be and more. It was like adult summer camp." What were your walkaways from that show?
Well, that they got no taste because I would have wanted it if it was the way it should have been. No, I don't know, man. You know, it was awesome. I'm still friends with a lot of the people from the show. I really dug the fact that we were like on Cecil B. DeMille's lot. We filmed there the whole time, and it was like so much history there. You know, we were on the sound stage where like Wizard of Oz was filmed. You know, so all that.
So it was filmed out in California.
Yeah, Culver City. It was unbelievable. And it was just cool, you know. I just loved the nostalgia and everything about it. And I was like, what was to me was, I still have grandiose entertainment plans for film and like TV show, whatever. But I know what I want to do. And you see what it takes to do this high dollar show. They were spending like $1 million a day or $500,000 a day on us. And that blew my mind how much these shows cost to do, you know. And so I learned a lot. I wasn't really into the whole after the show was over with and like kind of wasting my time going all these places that no one had a clue. They're pitching these shows that are just not. I couldn't see myself, you know, being these people. You know, I wanted to do pasta. That's what I got, man. You know, and that's just, and someday everybody will see it. But I loved it. I loved having a camera on me. I loved talking smack. I just loved messing with everybody. You know, I'm a pretty fun person to hang out with sometimes, and I think I helped.
Sometimes.
I think I helped everybody relax who was on the show. Even the producers and everybody just was like, when I was around, it's like we just would bust balls and have fun. A lot of people were very pent up all the time because they're like, oh my goodness, like they have to represent themselves a certain way. But
right.
You know, there's only one way I can represent myself, and that's how I am. You know, so hopefully that's good enough for something. For pie, apparently, not for the public.
Yeah, I have a thing in here from, let's see, they're coming in here real quick. Okay. From Jeff Spear. Hi, Rodney. Was checking out your website. Next visit to Baltimore will include a stop at your place for some pies. Smog as well as strawberry rhubarb. Could be good. Main course and dessert, both in pies. And then Karen Liakis. Rodney should have won Food Network star. They let the idiot viewers vote at the time, which I believe is the only reason he didn't win. The judges clearly would have picked Rodney. And there's more. She goes on.
You want to know a little secret to that show? The finale?
Sure.
Okay, so I thought it's supposed to be live taped, right? Or taped live, then you see it live, right?
Right.
I think I was actually the winner because when they were getting ready to announce it, they stopped everything for like 2 hours, and they had me secluded in a room by myself. And then they came back about 2 hours later, and they're like, "Okay, it's live." And they were, when you're sitting there in a excuse my language, if you're sitting there in a studio and you're staring at somebody for, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, your neck and stuff starts doing weird things, and you're just like, your head's all crazy. Your eyes are spinning. It's like, just get to it, you know? And then they asked me what pie style was, and then I just went crazy. I was just like, you know, what have I said? It's music, rock and roll, art, what brings people together, you know? It's the same thing. And then it's like, and the winner is Damaris. And I was like, it was so funny. Check this out. You want to hear something really awesome? So we're all, before they make the announcement, we're all hanging out. You know, Jada, Michael, Jada, Bobby, and Alton Brown, and they're all around me. We're all hanging out, like they're all cool. And as soon as they mentioned Damaris's name, boom! I've never seen him again in my life. It's
Well,
Hollywood, baby. It's like so, everything's so, it doesn't matter if it's food or race car building or whatever it is, all entertainment. So everybody's just kind of, it's a little weird, man, but it's pretty fun.
you have other locations, don't you? And you have one opening in Annapolis.
Yes, we got Canton Square, and then we have one opening in Annapolis. Any day now. We just had the ovens and the stove. Everything's inside, ready to roll. We're just waiting for BG&E to transfer the power to one spot, and we can start baking some stuff in there. I can't wait, man. It's so rad. It's a great spot, right on West Street. It's cool.
Is there one coming in Montgomery County? Or was that old news?
No, it's not. Nothing's done in stone. It's like, man, I got so much stuff going on. It's hard to commit to all these opportunities that are happening. So I'm trying to make a smart decision and not just I'm not trying to die of a heart attack. It's like you gotta.
No, we don't want you to do that.
I don't either. And I'm trying. I also am a musician, so it's like, I really have. I'm still going for it, man. For Christ's sake, it's like I'm not gonna stop. So I always got to remember that pies. The whole reason that we do pie, we have Dangerously Delicious Pies, is for rock and roll. I mean, that's it. To support it, to help support myself doing it, anybody who works for us, Laszlo, anybody who's music, art. We want to just make sure everybody who's working for us is enjoying their life as much as we hope they're enjoying working with us. So, but Annapolis is going to be cool. And Canton Square is jamming.
Now, you have a pie called the Baltimore Bomb. Now,
That's
people
right.
not in Baltimore, describe what's in a Baltimore Bomb.
Well, Baltimore Bomb is vinegar, vanilla, butter, sugar, eggs, cornmeal, and burger cookies. And most people from Baltimore know burger cookie is sort of like a shortbread with this fudge top on there. It's been around forever. So we just basically take that chest, like a vinegar chest, and bust these cookies up in it, cook through it. So we make this pie. Over the years, it's kind of transferred. A cat that helped do it. Man, I can't remember his name. His wife was pregnant. He wanted to come up with this pie because she loved burger cookies, and he was just making this gnarly ass mess, and it finally became Baltimore Bomb. This kid, we took it to a car show, and he had 5 pieces. His dad kept bringing him up, had 5 pieces, and I said, man, we just started doing this pie this week. I said, what do you think we should call it? He goes, you should definitely call it the Bomb. And I was like, all right, Baltimore Bomb, done. The kid named it. I see him
That poor dad had a kid who ate 5 slices, was on a sugar rush flying around the room.
This kid was wiry, and he was 14 years old, of pre-gnarly individual. He was awesome. He just power. He ate everything. My kid eats like a freaking horse, so I know where this kid's coming from.
Just to remind people, we're here with Rodney Henry of Dangerously Delicious Pies, with the new kitchen, restaurant, future bar cooking classes. It's on the Avenue in Hamden, but all these pies are available nationally, and they are delivered by Goldbelly, and they're doing Pie Valet here in Baltimore, free delivery. So just to remind people, online, it's dangerouspies.com. Couple more questions for you, Rodney. What are pancake pies?
Well, pancake pie is white chocolate chips, basically, with blueberries and whatever you want to put in them. So it's just a white chocolate chips pie.
Okay. What is your favorite pie? Does it change daily? Is there a pie that you can't live without?
I couldn't live without apple pie. It's my favorite pie. Hands down, the best pie ever, because it's so cool, man. When somebody makes you apple pie, it's like you can almost tell what their personality is going to be like. right off the bat. I don't know what it is. It's like if somebody just gives you a pie with no sugar or butter and it's just cinnamon in there, it's like somebody's a little bit a little off and they're like super stoked about it. I just love hot apple pie straight out of the oven. Always has since a little kid. Like now it's like if I got a hankering for it. Like sometimes when you're sitting around, I'm not always eating pie, but I'll bring a pie here to the house once in a while and I'll have a slice of apple. And then once it's just like anything. Once you cut the first slice.
Okay, there you are.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Well, yes, I can hear you.
But you get that apple pie, and it's like once you have one slice, then you just keep rolling. It's just like, man, it's so good. Oh, I just have a little sliver. And then that little sliver turns into like a third of the pie. Then I like apple pie hot, cold. It doesn't matter. I dig it. Like when I was a kid, I used to deliver papers for Washington Post for a long time since I was probably like 10. And after I'd be done with my papers before I go to school, I'd go to the Highs or to Doc's and I'd always buy Big Buddy bubble gum and Hostess apple pies. And I was just like with jam on those. I was like, this is it, man. So and I tried I don't know if it's a plus or minus, but back then my apple pie is at least as good as those. And I mean those pies kick ass. So you can't go wrong with a Hostess apple pie. But I mean I love apple pie. That's been in my psyche since I was a little tiny kid. First slice I had.
It's some of our food memories. We remember them tasting better than what they are because people told me they loved Franco-American spaghetti and these things. Was that too hot or did I make you choke?
Hey, no. It's too much whiskey in my coffee. What it is sometimes your body jones for that nasty stuff. You know what it tastes like. You know exactly what it is. You're like, I gotta have that spaghetti-o after that aftertaste. You know what I mean, or something. I mean, listen. I'm a road dog too. So if I got a can of spaghetti-os lying around, they're not gonna get wasted.
Well, an apple pie. If people were making apple pies for the first time, are there certain apples that are better for making apple pie?
For me, Granny Smith, hands down, the best apple to use.
Hands down. Okay.
Yeah. I just love the way it's nice and tart. And it's good for my recipe.
Would you say that the apple pie is your biggest sweet seller? What's your top seller?
I mean, it's hard to say. Apple crumb, pretty big, but strawberry rhubarb, whatever's in season, whatever you're rocking in season, everybody goes for it. Cherry pies, all the time. Cherry pies are happening. Baltimore Bomb's big. Lemon chess. I mean, really, you can't really tell.
Pick a favorite.
It's like people change it up, and that's good. And we also change up the pies that we bring like to market and whatever's on our menu. We change that up every week as well.
What kind of savory pies could people find available right now?
Texas Express. We've been smoking.
What's that one?
That's brisket and Texas cream corn, and it's awesome. We got smoked pit barbecue, pork barbecue pie, which is so good, so much better than it's ever been. Because since we started smoking our meat, it's just like a whole nother level of flavor. It's out of sight. And you get small, you get steak, mushroom, onion, and Gruyere right now, chicken pies, and the crab imperial, crab and cheddar quiche, bacon, onion, Gruyere, spinach and goat cheese. And then, I mean, you can change. Next week it'll be totally different.
I have two questions I ask at the end of the show.
What's that?
The first question is, what was your ultimate culinary fail?
Like in life? It could be just yesterday.
No, culinary. Food, did something burn? Did you, I'll relate an old story.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I thought I was a big shot on baking pies at Friends in Fells Point. Some people come in, mostly girls. I'm like, oh, heck yeah. It's like pies like a way to get to a girl's heart. So I was like, I'm going to bake you girls some pies. And I went back and I made some pecan pies. Baked them. They come out. They look awesome. I bring it to the table, nice warm pecan pie, slice it up for them. It looks a little weird, but it still looks like a pecan pie. So we slice it up, and they dig into it, and I use salt instead of
of the sugar. Yeah.
Oh my God! I was like, no big deal. I'll try it out. So I was like, oh. As soon as I had a bite, all the moisture in my whole body just like gone.
Well, did you score that night or not?
Probably. I don't know. I'm joking. I'm trying to act like a stud, but it's not probably what home.
All right. So here's the last question. Right. And well, I'm going to give you a couple seconds to ponder it, and then I'll review how people can reach you. Okay, what question didn't I ask you that I should have? And while you think about that, people, you can find Dangerously Delicious Pies at dangerouspies.com. You can check in on the cooking classes that are coming up, the bars coming up. There's going to be courtyard dining, free pie delivery. Okay, back to you, Rodney. What didn't I ask you that I should have?
You're pretty thorough. I really don't. I can't really think.
Something that you want to tell people?
I want you all to
anything that I didn't say?
Well, you said plenty. I want people to come get some pies. I want people to stop at the shops. I want people to love everybody, enjoy each other, stay safe, try to stay healthy, wash those hands, and keep it pie style, man. That's it. That's all it is. Be cool.
Pie style it is.
Pie style.
I want to thank you for being on the show. And I have a couple of announcements after that. And I thank you for the key lime pie. I have friends coming over to get some because I could eat the whole pie, but I don't want to. And as you said, pie brings people together. So that's what I'm going to do with it.
Nice job.
Totally. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Love you. Have a great day.
You too. Okay, everyone. Before I forget, I came across this. City Seeds is doing Rosh Hashanah dinner boxes. Now, before I forget, that's cityseeds.com, and also you'll see a link coming up for a PDF to see the menu. But what they're doing, it's a dinner for 4, and I'm going to try to cover this. In the box, you'll get the gefilte fish, the chicken noodle soup with matzo balls, mashed potatoes, roasted potato and apple simmets, sauteed green beans with garlic herbs, baked apple and pear crumble with candied pecan and oat streusel topping. Then you get to choose your proteins. You can either choose a beef brisket or a mustard brown glazed corned beef brisket. You choose one of those. And the other one would be garlic herb roasted chicken with mushroom gravy or Moroccan spiced chicken with pomegranate honey barbecue sauce. Orders need to be placed by September 10th. That is cityseeds.com. It's $110 for dinner for 4, and they will deliver free within a 10-mile radius. After that, I believe it's a $10 fee. So if you're looking or undecided about a Rosh Hashanah dinner, you have that available to you. As always, you can find the Food Enthusiast up on the J More Living Facebook page, jmoreliving.com page, and YouTube. Always wear your mask. Please stay safe. If you need to reach me, Dara at jmoreliving.com. And I'm screwing up here. So it's food at jmoreliving.com. And you can find me on Instagram, social media at Dara Cooks. As always, may your plates always, always remain full. We always appreciate when you share the show. Thank you so much. Have a good week.